Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week: the Mississauga Board of Trade honors Mississauga's best businesses in 11 different categories. Mississauga announces proposed tax increases for 2020. Regional Chair Nando Ianica is cleared of wrongdoing. And Mayor Bonnie Crombie wants the cannabis store discussion back on the table. Welcome to MBOT TV, a weekly recap of what happened in business at the Mississauga Board of Trade and around the city of Mississauga. Let's dive in. The Mississauga Board of Trade gathered this past week to honor the best of the best in business in 11 different categories. A sold-out crowd listened and waited for their name to be called. We caught up with the winners to get their reaction to receiving the coveted Award of Excellence.
I'm just feeling truly appreciative, and it's a huge compliment. We really strive to do great things in healthcare, and this is just a testament to our goals.
This is amazing. It's, as said before, it's a great testament to the work we do in the environmental field.
We recently launched our SODI1 platform, which is all about innovation, new technology, helping businesses with their mobility.
Now that we've moved to Mississauga, it's just been a great honor. And with the skate park, we're helping so many kids and youth. It's just so rewarding.
We've been in Mississauga since 1984. It's a family-run business, and over 90% of our sales is outside of Canada.
We feel really humbled and honored to receive this award. We've been providing service in Mississauga for 34 years, entering our 35th year.
What this award means is that organizations like MBOT provide great motivation and encouragement for small business people.
You know, I think this award really illustrates it. I mean, it reaffirms our commitment, our leadership, and quite frankly, our passion when it comes to things like fostering employee and community engagement. It's about providing an exceptional workplace for our employees to work.
It's truly a privilege to be recognized by MBOT for the contributions that Western Force made to Mississauga and the amazing team of people that we have.
I feel great. It's in Mississauga. I love the city and I love its people. I feel within the whole room, I knew every single one of them. This is the people that gave me the first smile that made me feel inclusive, the first opportunity that made me who I am today.
On behalf of the Mississauga Board of Trade, I want to thank title sponsor MNP and gold sponsor Closing the Gap Healthcare and all 11 award sponsors for contributing to the success of this annual marquee event. If you want to stay up to date on current issues affecting business leaders, tune in to Your Business on Saga 960 AM, Fridays at 11 a.m. A one-hour business show where I interview industry experts on everything from motivating employees to boosting your bottom line. You can also listen online at www.saga960am.ca. Still to come is our upcoming events with Stephanie Giorgio, but first, here's Brad Butt with our political update. Brad?
Well, thanks, David. Now that the October 21st federal election is behind us, Prime Minister Trudeau has been meeting with the leaders of the opposition parties in an effort to strike a new chord of cooperation as Parliament gets ready to return on December the 5th. On November 20th, a new federal cabinet will be named, which will send a signal on how the Liberal government intends to address issues and seek common ground. MBOT and the Canadian Chamber Network will be watching closely and will be looking for some strong signals of support for Canadian business. Well, City of Mississauga finance staff presented the draft 2020 budget to the MBOT Policy and Government Affairs Committee on November the 8th. While population over the last 5 years grew by 2.7%, employment grew by 6.6%. Over 230,000 people regularly commute into Mississauga for work. The 2020 proposed operating budget is estimated to be $538.7 million and a capital budget from 2020 to 2029 of over $2.9 billion. The city's proposed property tax increase for business is 1.07%, and combined with the Region of Peel proposed rate could mean a 2.13% tax increase for commercial and industrial properties. While the overall property tax rates are below the GTA average, Mississauga is losing a bit of its competitive advantage on taxes compared to some neighboring municipalities. The Region of Peel staff will present their budget to MBOT at the December 13th meeting of the committee. The chair of the Region of Peel, Nando Yanika, has been cleared of any wrongdoing by the Integrity Commissioner for his role in commissioning a report by Deloitte on regional governance review. The Commissioner did state, and I quote, "We find that the behavior engaged in by the chair raises concern around his handling of the situation and fails to meet the standards of transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct expected by the community and his fellow members of council who have appointed him to this role." While this issue is continuing, the conflict at the Region of Peel after the provincial government announced it would not restructure municipal government unilaterally. Several motions directing Mississauga City staff to look at services and programs delivered at the region that could be downloaded to local municipalities, how Peel Police is funded, and how the tax system is structured in Peel will all result in further reports coming forward in the coming months as Mississauga City Council continues to fight for greater autonomy from the Region of Peel. Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie has said that she is gravely concerned about the number of illegal cannabis dispensaries in the city and may be asking Council to revisit its decision to opt out of allowing legal retail stores in Mississauga. MBOT has written to Attorney General Doug Downey asking the province to give municipalities more say in the location and number of stores in an effort to get cities like Mississauga to opt in. Mississauga City Council has approved another 3 years of funding and involvement in Toronto Global, the regional agency that attracts foreign direct investment in the Greater Toronto Area. While the City of Toronto proper seems to be the largest beneficiary of this work, Mississauga has seen about 15% of the investments, and it has created thousands of jobs. A new business improvement area in Cooksville is on its way as Mississauga Council voted to approve a bylaw that will create Mississauga's 5th BIA. Cooksville will eventually join Streetsville, Port Credit, Clarkson, and Malton. The proposed catchment area is the intersection of Hurontario and Dundas Streets. It will extend along Hurontario Street from Floridale Drive in the south to the train line and lands around the Cooksville GO station in the north, and along Dundas Street from Confederation Parkway in the west and to Cawthra Road in the east. MBOT was pleased to speak to Council in support of creating the Cooksville BIA, and we have a great relationship with all Mississauga BIAs. The Minister of Colleges and Universities announced last week that the government will create a new policy to support public college private partnerships that allow colleges to be more financially competitive. In return, the economic advantages from delivering their programs to more students in more locations can be invested back into the college's main campuses and local communities. The new policy on college partnerships will give colleges more flexibility to meet strong demand from international students for Ontario's high-quality post-secondary education. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Brad. And now for our upcoming events listing with Stephanie Giorgio. Stephanie.
Thanks, David. And here's what's coming up at your Mississauga Board of Trade.
On November 29th, MBOT presents the Premier of Ontario, the Honourable Doug Ford, in a fireside chat with our President and CEO, David Wojcik. Hear firsthand what the Premier is doing to make Ontario open for business. On December 4th, Membership Matters is at MBOT, a session for new members to discover all the great benefits that your Mississauga Board of Trade has to offer. Seasoned members are always welcome to stop by for a refresher. On December 6th, MBOT will meet you at the hockey rink. Join our fellow members and the Steelheads for an ice-thrilling hockey game. Tickets are now available. Buy one and get the second ticket at half price. On December 11th, at the Mississauga Convention Center, join us for the Chair's Lunch as we say thank you to our 2019 Mississauga Board of Trade Chair, Jim Molyneux. Following the chair's lunch, we will have our annual general meeting, where we will introduce the 2020 Board of Directors. And on February 7th, it's our annual Mayor's State of the City Luncheon. Mayor Crombie will address the Mississauga Board of Trade membership and provide an update on the accomplishments for the City of Mississauga.
Back to you, David.
Thanks, Stephanie. If you have any questions about how to register for an event, increase awareness for your business, or have your company featured on MBOT TV, contact your membership services manager by calling 905-273-6151 and press 0 to get connected. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Vorchik wishing you continued success in your business.